Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, June the 9th, the year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Okay, let's take a quick look for the week. The pound is 137 pips above the weekly open, now 138. About 8 pips off the high and 210 pips off the low. And according to the dashboard, all the weekly open gaps have filled this week. A quick look at the monthly shows we are 138 pips above the monthly open, about 10 off the 9 or 10 off the high, 209 off the low. We are above the opening range for the month, and we're also above the opening range for the week, way above the opening range for the week by 125 pips. So you can see we dipped inside that opening range, and we broke out at 125.39. We're 34 pips above that level right now. For the year, we are 485 above the open. We are 105 off the 106 off the high and 772 off the low. And for those of you who likes the covering statistics, you can see this candle has covered the previous candle. In other words, we've gone from the close all the way back to the open here, the previous. So we've basically negated all that move. So we consider that as covered. We're at the psychological 25.75 line right now. And not much inside bar action. Yesterday, we broke out of that inside bar from 7 days ago and the inside bar from 7 weeks ago. So a couple of nice inside bar breaks there. Only 53 pip range at the moment. When Walmart and I started trading this morning, it was only about 30 some pips. I think it was 34, 39. It was like there's just no movement here. And as you can see, there's only 5 pairs over 100 pips of range. Things are just dying down. Sometimes I think when I wake up and I see a low range like that, it's like, well, maybe you should take the breakout. And then sometimes maybe don't even waste your time trading. Okay, red rats should be getting ready to feast here. Even though the range is barely large enough, as you can see, there's not many pips separating the two rat zones there. Bambino flex indicator said to go long. Near the pivot, go long. Near R1, the bias is short. We haven't gotten near R1 really. So once again, showing not much action. But we haven't hit that pivot. We got a missed pivot happening. So you can see we took out this missed pivot yesterday, or day before yesterday. So we've got one missed pivot so far this month. You can see we still have the 4 left from March, which probably might not get taken out. And we've got some old 2022 pivots up above. And that's on the daily effort. Whoops. Where'd I go? Okay, so I take a quick look here at the weekly. We took that pivot out because it was right near the open. And the monthly, we took that one out. So we got to work on the dailies. The wick zone, in and out of that upper wick zone, which wasn't too high. It just broke right through it. For the week, 219 pips of range so far. Looks like we're trying to push that 75 percentile. We broke out of last week's high by 42 pips at the moment. Which is kind of interesting. high minus previous high on the weekly. This is a weekly chart. It's showing here 35 pips. I wonder why there's a difference between these two. I'm going to have to check that out. I just noticed that. On the low, let's see. We did not hit that low. We didn't break the previous low. High minus close, 10 pips right now. And close minus low, the 209. Looking at the simple price action chart, you can see here we just got a bunch of 8 hours of green right here. And now it just turned red. See if it comes back. I'm sorry, this is not 8 hours. Well, it was 8 30-minute candles of green, not 8 hours. We have 4 hours of green. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see here, this candle got covered, this candle got covered, this one hasn't been covered. And you can see here from here to here, imbalance. And higher low, lower high. As you can see, we bounced off that lower high there at 72. We came through that higher low there at 81. Would have been a nice trade if you took that one. As you can see, this has definitely been doing some ranging, then a little breakout, ranging, then a breakout. And you can see here the range happening once again. Okay, 219 pips range so far this month. Year-to-date accumulated range. We have not pushed those boundaries yet. It's still 877. Close minus year-to-date open percent, 4.02. The ATR for the month is 611. And what percentage of that 611 are we? We're at 36%, so obviously have some room to go. Let's see, we got the previous low. I remember I wanted to do something here. Change one of these to all colors. And we want the high minus the previous high. And we want to change this to all colors. So we can look at either extreme here. So this is on the H4. You can see here that somewhere actually this is saying it's worse than a coin toss over the last 1440. Now that's interesting. I need to check something too on these indicators just to make sure. Yeah, use absolute value false. use absolute value false. Actually, I could have looked at the minimum and you can see that. So, very interesting on these H4 breaks. Because I've been noticing from trading experience, I usually can pick up about 3, 4, 5 pips, if not more, like on this particular one. But according to this, we're only looking, like I said, it's a little bit less than a coin toss. So statistically, it doesn't look like a trade you want to take. But that's just weird. I want to see if, what if I just look at the last 100 bars? If that changes those stats. And I know what probably, no it doesn't, but I know what the difference is. It's the hours I'm testing, because this is testing all the hours. I need to look at the New York session hours, or the London, New York, particularly. Let me look at it. The my 6 o'clock bar and my 2 o'clock bar. That's 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock my time, which is Pacific time. So this is actually the 12 bar and the 8 bar. So you can see here, there was a nice break of that high, and there was a nice break of that high. So I think on the frequency distribution start time, if I do the 08 and start time minute is 0, and if I do end time, I think I want to include that bar. So if I say 13, since there's not really a bar 13, I think I could fake it out. No, maybe not. I'll have to work on that and see. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I think. Where is it? Use time filter. True. Gotta turn things on. Yeah. Much better. And as you can see here, a little bit better than a coin toss. And that's what I was experiencing. So, fellow traders, once again, that H4 sometimes proves to be a profitable trade using that time filter here. So you can see here, you can go anywhere from looking up to about 5 pips. You got a little bit better than a coin toss. But remember, these are for these videos for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So, fellow traders, I hope you had a profitable day and a profitable week and a profitable month so far. And I wish you a fun and safe weekend. And as always, when you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.